Former President Donald Trump returns to North Carolina today for a rally in Charlotte, and his aides say he is opting for indoor rallies for the duration of the campaign season in the wake of the assassination attempt on his life. WRAL's Eric Miller is live outside the Coliseum with a preview of the security measures in place. Eric.
Jeff, certainly a lot of firsts happening here today. This is, of course, former President Trump's first rally since President Biden decided not to run for re-election. Also his first in North Carolina since that assassination attempt. Out here outside Bojangles Coliseum today, you can see the crowd's already huge, more than 1,000 people in line here at this point. We know that the Secret Service, their usual sweep whenever there's a rally like this, it's underway inside right now at Bojangles Coliseum. Outside, security very visible here today. We've seen canines, sheriff's deputies, as well as other security personnel on patrol, very on alert here at this rally today. For former President Trump's supporters, hundreds of whom were already lined up by 9 this morning, that assassination attempt has really only strengthened their support for the former president. Now, at the same time, we've seen Democrats holding an event of their own across town. Those folks over there trying to redirect this message, seeking to tie President Trump to some unpopular policies nationwide. Here's a little bit of what they had to say there.
The enthusiasm we've seen so far for Vice President Harris is undeniable. And North Carolina Democrats are strongly united behind her. We all know that the road to the White House runs through North Carolina, and we are ready to deliver a win for Kamala Harris this fall.
Of course, Democrats there across town, very confident. Very different feel, though, here outside of Bojangles Coliseum. We talked to a lot of Trump supporters here this morning. They say they feel President Biden's decision to step back, making Kamala Harris the likely nominee, they feel that only makes President Trump's chances here in November that much better. These Trump supporters believing Harris's record on the economy as part of the Biden administration, as well as her role as the administration's border czar in particular, are big negatives for these folks. These folks are very strongly behind President Trump here. We'll, of course, be out here all afternoon. The doors open here at Bojangles Coliseum 2 this afternoon. President Trump expected to take, or former President Trump, rather, expected to take the stage at 6 this afternoon. In Charlotte, Eric Miller, WRAL News.
Vice President Kamala Harris is also on the campaign trail today with stops planned for Indianapolis and Houston. In the first rally of her renewed presidential campaign, Harris told supporters in Wisconsin that we are not turning back. In drawing contrast between Trump and herself, she told the crowd that, quote, "Our fight is for the future and for freedom."
I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
Harris drew enthusiastic cheers as she told the crowd that the path to the White House goes through Wisconsin. President Biden will hold a primetime address tonight at 8 from the Oval Office. He's expected to share why he chose to withdraw from the presidential race. Biden will also discuss his plans for the final months of his presidency and his decades-long political career. You can watch the president's address here on WRAL.